What is up, YouTube? It's Fatal here, and today I am bringing you my first ever Call of Duty Black Ops 3 beta gameplay. In this video, I am going to be sharing my initial thoughts and feelings on the game, so let's jump right in. So, first of all, I just want to say that overall, this game is probably one of the better Call of Duties I've played, even though it is a beta. I absolutely love how it's fast-paced, but it's not too stupid, if that makes sense. And so let me just start off by doing some pros and cons. So first of all, pros. The game is just running very smooth for a beta. I came into it thinking that it was going to be pretty hectic and pretty, it wasn't going to be too clean. And so as I started up the game and I saw, how it was going to be, I just, kind of get turned on, kid. I was like, oh my gosh, this is a lot more smooth than I expected. And, I was actually very surprised, and I kind of commend Treyarch because, I kind of knew that they were going to, like, surprise everybody, take everybody by storm, because they've never released a beta for a Call of Duty before. And so I figured that they were going to just prove everybody wrong, because the past couple Call of Duties haven't been very strong. They haven't been very favorites of the Call of Duty community, and so they were like, okay, let's show them how we can do this, how to get this done, and they have not ceased to amaze me. This game is probably fantastic. Not probably, it is fantastic. It's probably my favorite Call of Duty so far, and it's just the beta. So I'm really excited to see how the rest of it comes along, and how the campaign and the zombies tie together to multiplayer, and how smooth those things run. My next pro is, like I said already, but I'll reiterate it, the exo movements, or the jetpack movements, however you want to label those. They are a lot more fair. You can't jump across the map in two freaking thrusts. Like, it takes a lot more, and the battery is nice, and it doesn't take too long to recharge, but it doesn't recharge too quickly. So it makes the game more balanced and more even, and it still keeps up the fast pace, and running on the walls is a lot of fun as well. And it just really helps out, push the game forward. It helps push, how to play forward. And as you're watching the gameplay, you'll notice I pulled out my Annihilator specialist. That's just one of the many specialists that you get from the beta. They haven't released all of them. They released about 95% of the specialists, and I'll touch up on specialists later. But moving on, I enjoy the maps that they have put out, the 3 maps. They obviously aren't going to release all the maps at once, so they chose, probably the best 3 on the game, and, there may be a couple more that are just as good or better. But the maps that they have released are a lot of fun. They're very fast-paced, they are very, they have a lot to offer, and there's not very many places to camp, which is a lot of fun, because it makes rushing a lot easier, and you don't worry about, am I going to get some kid, hiding in a corner somewhere, because there aren't very many corners to hide in. And so that's a lot of fun, playing multiplayer. However, with the 3 maps, and only being able to play 3 maps, if you start playing the game for a long period of time, you start to hit the same 3 maps over and over and over again, and so that gets pretty annoying, and it kind of takes a toll on your brain in a way, because, usually in regular, in Call of Duties, we're used to getting, a variety of different maps, and, we're able to play different things, and we can choose which one we want. And they're eventually, back in Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 1, they had Nuketown 24/7. That was a lot of fun. So just playing the same 3 maps aren't very, it's not the best. It's not the best idea. It's not the most convenient thing, but it's also nice because, it's a beta. We're playing Black Ops 3 3 months early, and it's still a lot of fun regardless. Moving on, I want to hit up on the specialist classes. So I can't remember the exact number. I believe that they released 9 different classes, and each class has 2 different subclasses. One is usually an aggressive class, so like things that'll get you kills, and one is more of a like strategic class, so to speak, a strategic subclass, where you get either, you can, like, one of them you get more health, one of them is the glitch, which is kind of like time travel. So like if you find yourself in a sticky situation and you want to travel back to a point and get out of that situation, you can. And that doesn't sound very appealing, to the the naked ear, but it's not as overpowering as you would think, because you have to wait a certain amount of time to earn that specific specialist kill streak. The kill streak is basically just, I can compare it to a super on Destiny. If you get kills, it ranks up a little bit more and it gains a little bit more power level, and then eventually you get it, and through time and stuff like that. So it's a lot of fun. So the specialists are absolutely, they might be my favorite part of the game, just based off the fact that they gave us more variety with Call of Duty. It added another element to it that wasn't there prior to this Call of Duty. And so I think that it's going to end up really, a really successful thing if they can get, once they release all of them, and once everybody gets all of them and gets accustomed to them. And yeah, so moving on, I want to now hit up on the guns. Now, the guns are probably some of the better guns I have seen in a Call of Duty across the board. Usually in Call of Duty you can find a few guns that are, the favorite guns of the game. In Black Ops 1 it was the FAMAS. In Black Ops 2, the PDW was used a lot, the Scorpion Evo was used a lot, and the AN-94, the AN-94 was used a lot. Those are probably the three best guns in the game. And the guns that they've released, they have released pretty much every weapon. There's one assault rifle, or one submachine gun that hasn't been released, one assault rifle, 2 shotguns that haven't been released, 2 light machine guns that haven't been released, and 1 sniper rifle that hasn't been released. But for the most part, they released all the guns. In the secondary slot, they have released all of the secondary weapons, which is cool. For me personally, I'm not very big on using secondary weapons. I just find them to be not as useful as other people might. I just like to stick to my primary weapons. But for the most part, the guns across the board are pretty, they're pretty stout. The Weevil is kind of like the P90 from MW3 and MW2. The Weevil. The Kuda is it kind of reminds me of the MP5, and kind of a mixture of the UMP45 as well. It kind of resembles that through its look. Once you hit like level 23 or 24, you get a gun called the Vesper, and that was last seen in Call of Duty Ghosts, and it was probably my favorite gun in Call of Duty Ghosts. Now, I didn't play Ghosts that much, but from what I did play, it was probably my favorite gun in Call of Duty Ghosts. In the assault rifles, you start off with the ARK-97, I believe is what it's called, or the ARK-12, something like that. And it's pretty much the AK of the game, which is nice. Each game has its own AK, has its own, different thing that it brings to it. So that's cool. So my next pro is very fast-paced, and it's very high action. As you can tell from this gameplay, I get 52 kills, and we don't end up winning, but it's still a lot of fun to play. Advanced Warfare has been notoriously called the fastest Call of Duty, and I read somewhere on IGN that this one is even faster than Advanced Warfare, which is a lot of fun because I love fast-paced games. I live for fast-paced games. I don't like to sit and camp and watch people play and watch people go by me, or try and sit in a corner and gain kills. I like to rush out and get as many kills as I can. So I absolutely adore the fact that it is very fast-paced and very high action. So let's move on to some cons of the game. So starting off, I just wanted to say this first because it's been annoying me a lot. The shotguns are way too overpowering. The very first shotgun that you get is ridiculous. It has so much damage, and from 15 feet away is probably the maximum, amount of distance you can go away from somebody, and it still be a one-shot kill. It's almost like you're using a sniper rifle, but it's a shotgun, and it's ridiculous. And so I'm hoping that Call of Duty Treyarch realizes this, and they can put a fix to that. Next, there are too many spots on the map, on the maps that they released, and this may not be across the board, but just the 3 maps that they've released so far, there are a lot of spots to fall off the map, and that's been a problem with me personally, just because I'm not looking to always try and fly over a spot in the map that I might fall off on. So hopefully there are, the maps that they release with the game, there are a lot less of those. Right now, the matchmaking is not working very well, and that's just to be expected with a Call of Duty beta. It's not, it's not anything serious, but it's just not matchmaking us with people, and so, that's to be expected, and so it's not a big deal, but it's one of the cons that I have. Another con is the hitbox on Call of Duty. It feels like it takes 3 bullets for other people to kill me, but for me, it feels like it takes 8 bullets to kill them, and I don't know if that's because I'm hitting somewhere wrong in the hitbox or what, but it's just not very consistent, and so hopefully they can fix that, they can patch that up by the time the game comes out. My next con is that flinching is way too hard. The flinching, when you get shot, you flinch way too much, and there's not a perk to suppress it. Next, the melee is now 2 hits, and so that kind of takes away from the game and things like that. Quick scoping is going to be difficult as well in this game, but all in all, this game has been fantastic, and I've enjoyed playing it, and I can't wait for the rest of it to come out. I am so excited for Zombies. I am so excited for the campaign, and I can't wait to keep playing and hit level 50 on the beta. So, thank you for watching, and I also want to give a shout out to my boy Nick Wilkins, DatGun2121. His link is in the description. Go check him out. He's awesome. He's a lot of fun to play with, and he's one of my really good friends. So, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I got 52 kills on this gameplay, and it's been fatal.